correct nickname coming through in this one. No one was expecting the stranger. Then again, you can always say that stranger things have also happened. So I guess there's two sides to every coin. There's a big ball, and it's going to go over. And that is going to be full time. So the stranger it is that's going to be pushing through into the divisional final. And Monika, you know, fought bravely. He had some good performances, qualified for Berlin in the end. But we move on. Or more importantly, the stranger will be moving on.
Yeah, solid win in the end, 4-1. I never doubted the graphics guy. He knew what was going on. I was like, that is happening. This is done. Principe will be facing the stranger in the divisional finals for the PlayStation. Over on the Xbox, of course, it will be Dax up against Gorilla. What a mouth-watering couple of finals they are. And actually, if you look back at both the stranger and Principe's games, there's been a lot of goals. We've been talking about the Xbox goals. There's been a lot of goals between those two guys in this bracket stage.
And honestly, that's great to see as well. I mean, great to watch. We look back, of course, to our possible game of the day, the Dax versus Dragon game. Dragon versus Gorilla, which was 0-0 for most of it, was almost even more intense without any goals in it. So we're going to continue, I'm sure, with that trend, and those divisional finals will be coming up here soon. But let's check in down with Spencer.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, I'm here with Chu. We've got something set up on the Xbox, because obviously we've just seen a stranger guarantee himself a place against Principe in this final now on the PlayStation side. Now, Stranger's done really well, but Principe has been the one for me on the PlayStation side that's really been absolutely making a name for himself, scoring lots of goals. In fact, that is actually a rematch. Earlier on when Principe and Stranger played, Principe won 6-2. And this is the team he used. And this is the team he's been using. Chu, talk to me about it. What's the key strengths?
Well, I think why he's doing so good is I don't think a lot of people are expecting you to go with the 4-3-3-2. So the 4-3-3-2, it's got the one CDM that holds your midfield down. But look at this midfield. He's got Conte holding things down, and he is going to use Team of the Year Modric and Nainggolan. Now, we see a lot of Nainggolan come off the bench, but, you know, he is Italian, so he probably likes a lot of the Serie A players.
Yeah, I noticed that. We haven't seen a bit of Nainggolan off the bench from a few people, but we haven't seen a lot of Manolas and Florenzi sometimes, but unless you're going with a Serie A option, it's hard to get the chemistry, right?
Exactly. I mean, he must know how to use Florenzi very well, because for me, Florenzi, he moves around a bit too much. He's all over the place positionally. But, you know, when you're a good player, as good as Principe is, then you know how to get the best out of him. But you got Nainggolan, and of course, the Team of the Year front three in attack. So very balanced squad. What he does with this formation is Nainggolan is going to push up. He's got very active CMs there in Conte and Nainggolan, who are going to help the attack, and they're fast enough to bounce, to come back on defense and help on defense. Exactly. Yeah. And Conte's got the medium-high work rate, so he's going to stay back a bit more. But again, Conte is so OP. Pace, strength, he can be anywhere on the pitch. He can be scoring a goal, and he'll come back and stop a goal from going in.
Can you go on to Nainggolan? I want to look at his stats here. Because his stats are unreal. I mean, look at this. 84 pace, 88 shooting, 88 passing, 90 dribbling, 89 defense, 90 physical. Is there a more all-round player in FIFA than this guy?
The only player that's going to be more all-around is when he gets a team this season, later this year. But this is probably one of the best informs in the game. So well-rounded. We call it Gullit Gang, of course. All stats over 80. You can play Nainggolan anywhere. You put him a striker, and he might fight for Team of the Year Ronaldo in your team.
You put him centre-back. He's got 89 defence. He's got 84 pace. He's perfect. And also, Marcus Alonso at left-back, not a player we've seen a great deal of. In form, I've seen him used a lot online. Comes up against me a fair bit. I know he's gone down the Chelsea route, that's why he's using him, but where do you rank him in the left-backs of the game?
I would definitely say that he's going to be one of the top 3 left-backs in the Premiership. Again, balance stats, all 80s. You can go with Inform Van Aanholt, or you can go with Alonso. Either one will work.
Okay, fantastic. So that team you just showed us is Principe's team, but going up against Principe next is the Stranger, who's done quite well as well, and Jimmy's with him, going to find out a bit more about the Stranger.
Thank you, Spencer. So my mom said, don't talk to strangers, but I'm feeling pretty good about this one. He's doing really well to work himself out of the lower bracket and get a challenge with Principe, who beat him earlier 6-2. How do you go up against him knowing that he already beat you once?
Du weißt, dass Principe gegen dich 6-2 davor gewonnen hat. Das ist eine gute Frage. Also ich habe gegen Principe mit einem anderen Team gespielt, also mit einem England-Sturm, und werde jetzt so weiterspielen wie jetzt eben mit dem La Liga-Sturm und versuche mein Bestes zu geben, das Spiel auch noch zu gewinnen.
Yeah, it's a good question. And this time the team is different. So actually this time it's going to be a La Liga offense or attack. Beforehand, it was a Premier League attack. So yeah, he's quite confident and in playing this game.
Good. I like your confidence because you're going to need it because it's a double elimination. You've already lost once, so if you lose, then you are done. But you need to beat him twice. Do you think you're capable of beating him 2 times?
Ja, also ich rechne mir jetzt nicht die größten Chancen aus, aber da ich so weit gekommen bin, denke ich, dass ich auch jetzt das Finale schaffen kann. Ja.
Yeah, so he said that he doesn't see his biggest chances, but on the other hand, I mean, he reached the final, and well, we'll see what's going to happen now.
Well, best of luck the rest of the way, my friend. And then we have 4 players left battling it out for $20,000, and then after that, a chance for $10,000. So it's all happening, which means you have to come back and join us right after this break.
Three, two, one, go! Through this course that is designed by somebody who absolutely hates me and wants to see me fail at every single corner. All right, we're gonna get past this blue shell here. Coming up on the sign, which I didn't learn in school. I don't know what that is. All right, coming around the bend, we got this chicken. Where's he going? Probably progressive.com to save himself an average of $598 on car insurance. I bet it feels just as good as raining confetti when you parallel park.
Welcome, everyone, to the biggest FIFA tournament of all time.
Walker to Neymar, into the box, Pogba with a real chance.
Relentless. He's absolutely relentless.
He's now got himself in a great position to lay it off for George Beck. Oh, that could surely be it.
Only 6 players from each division will be headed to the big finals in Berlin. And the question is who?
Suarez gets past his man, gets to Ronaldo, to Suarez, shot! Oh, what a really well-worked goal.
I know what it takes to be fast. I've been racing since I was a kid. It's in my blood. To achieve greatness, you've got to take chances. And they don't come any greater than this. Download Real Racing 3 now.
Act your age. Dump your parents' insurance company.
The FIFA17 Ultimate Team Championship Series is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Visit progressive.com today. Welcome back, everyone, to Madrid. We are almost there. We are at the division finals. 1 final for Xbox, 1 final for PlayStation. And of course, the winners of those will then meet to decide who is the Season 2 European Regional Champion. What amazing games we've had throughout the day. I don't think we can say that enough at this point.
No, it has been fantastic from the very first group game of 2-2, like the 2-0 comeback from Danny against Aga, to obviously the epic of Dragon versus Dax. And now we're coming into what could be a brilliant winner bracket divisional final. It is Dax up against Gorilla. And this is honestly the first time, obviously we said it probably maybe in the Americas region that we could see a lower bracket guy coming through against Guastella. Guastella obviously proved us completely wrong there, but Gorilla is looking fantastic. The only thing that put him down in that lower bracket was a 0-0 draw, losing on penalties. He's coming up against Dax. He's looked solid in defense, solid in attack. Dax himself, the comeback kid, has come back from games in group stage, throughout the brackets, obviously the epic against Dragon. He's come back non-stop, so this guy can score goals as well, so let's not rule him out. He is obviously coming into this one in a best-of-3 format with 1 game advantage.
So putting it all on the line then, I'll ask you first, who's going to win this one?
I'm going to say Gorilla. I am going to say Gorilla. I think this is the first time we're going to see a lower bracket guy come through and take it. It is a big ask, of course. He is up against Dax, representing Paris Saint-Germain. He is playing in the red, and Gorilla from Unilad is playing in the blue. Let's see how this match is going to roll out.
So let's talk about the weighted best of 3 in a second, because there's a possible chance here. Pele actually trying to pass. I think he could have possibly had a shot there, but because Dax is is coming from the upper bracket, he only needs to win 1 game here. Gorilla will have to beat him twice in a row to win the Xbox Championship. And there was his first shot after 4.5 minutes, both of them having a half chance, I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, I want to quantify exactly why I'm saying I think Gorilla will win. Obviously, everybody could say, yeah, he's the favourite because it's Gorilla. Well, not just because of that, but I'm thinking more along the lines of the Dragon game with Dax. Dragon and Gorilla, very similar players. But I'd say Gorilla got better defensive work, much better. And actually, if you look at the Dax-Dragon game, end-to-end, clearly, Dragon had many opportunities to score goals. Gorilla is going to have those opportunities to score goals, but he's better at defending. And that's why I think he's likely to get himself a winner here. But of course, he has to win this game first, and then he has to do it all over again. So it is a massive, tough ask for him to take down Dax.
Yeah, having a bit of a pop there. But now a possible breakaway for Dax with Ronaldo. He's got Pele on the overlap. Will be knocked inside to Pogba. Pele will lose out there. Vieira will dispossess him. This is the danger of that direct play style. Once possession is there on, even if it's a half counter chance, that's where you've always got to be real wary. Dax playing with that Mane-Pele combo that's been so successful for him so far. We'll see if they can link up to do anything in this game as well. And there they are, feeding the ball between them. Pogba will overlap. Back inside to Mane. That pass just didn't quite have enough on it, though, to find its man.
This has been some fast one-pass, one-touch action, hasn't it? Messi to Suarez. Pele's been big for Dax, though, along with Mane. And obviously, you could say certainly Messi has been huge for Gorilla. Oh, as he nearly shuffled it through for Ronaldo. Ramos at the last, just cutting that out as we approach the 20-minute mark. Fast one-touch football from Dax, though. As you see, Ronaldo back through for Mane. Mane with a real great chance. Oh! Chips the keeper off the woodwork. Not cleared yet. Ferdinand puts it out for a corner.
Well, that was cheeky at its best. And what you also have to wonder there, would the simple shot have been more effective for him? He's tried it, he's hit the bar.
He's got Desailly. He didn't want Desailly. He wanted Pogba in that same position, just on the edge of the box. He could have certainly pulled the trigger, but it was Desailly who was like, no, pass that one off. Ronaldo turns Ferdinand there. He's gone back to Hullet, to Pele, to Ronaldo. Tries to turn his man, but Ramos at the last second again puts his foot through and just takes the ball away for a throw-in to Gorilla.
25 minutes almost played of this one. We saw Mane up in the top corner. Took him a while to get back on his feet. He'll now be back into the action, though. There's Pogba. Alves. There was Mane. Hold it then. Where does he go from here? Playing the space that he's got, trying to keep possession. Possession game should be effective against Gorilla.
Oof, Pele just robbed Hullet. Absolutely took him heels away and everything. The ball, the leg, the foot, the boot, the lot. It all went.
The only thing that didn't go was the whistle, though.
Oh, Marcelo, confident confidently taking that on his chest, despite the fact he had Mane breathing down his neck. Ronaldo won't find the pass to Messi, and this is obviously the downside of direct football. It can look fast, attractive, and fluid looking, but often you'll be running into the defender or just one pass too much, and sometimes it backfires. Messi, though, will try and get the ball to Ronaldo, but again, you see the defender there. Despre this time stepping up for Dax as he brings it forward to Pele, to Mane, looking for the return, back to Pele. Mane way offside now, forcing him to hold up his run, and that's give a counter-attacking chance here. Suarez to Messi, 1-2. Through to Suarez again, can turn his man, looking for the pass to Messi. Messi in the box, and De Gea just comes to claim.
Yep, out to his feet. Stopped him from getting on the end of that one. Now a chance for Dax. Will play a big through ball again, though. Ferdinand steps out. Space for Walker. Bringing it nicely back central here. This time with Suarez. Messi in front of him. We'll go back to Suarez, though. Now Hull it down on his bottom side through the legs of Dani Alves there. There was another defender just behind him. That kept that one out of danger. Ball over the top. Won't find the man, though.
Remember, Dax just needs the single victory here. The 1-0 will take him through to that big console final, facing off against the winner of the PlayStation. That is going to be kicking off in a small while. That's Principe versus the Stranger. As it stands, though, Dax on the attack once again, dispossessed by Rio Ferdinand as we approach half-time.
Throwing for Mane. Keep it close here to Pogba. Tries a back heel, but won't get through. Now Gorilla. Space for Hullet to have a bit of a run down on this bottom side. Oof, when I say space, I mean Sergio Ramos is actually there.
Using all of his
just gonna beast him away from it without an issue. And there is half time. It crept up on me. I actually didn't even watch the clock. And Gorilla and Dax going at half time here at 0-0. No goals, only 2-1 shots at this point in favour of Gorilla. So very, very close stuff.
It's been a while about those last-second tackles, hasn't it? Obviously not really getting the shots away, and that's obviously the danger of often when they're players, you'll see them trying to go for those perfect little through balls, and it's not a shot at the end of the day, so it doesn't look good on the stats, but it looks good certainly to watch. Mane and Pele, so crucial in Dax's attack. He said in the little video we saw earlier on in the day, if you missed it, that Pele would be crucial to his team, and has certainly proved that. Scored 2 against Dragon in that winner bracket semi-final. Booked his place, of course. All of these players now going to Berlin. The question is, will they pick up the trophy here in Madrid? A great through ball cut out at the last by Marcelo once again.
Now, though, a chance to go completely the other direction. It's again Ramos versus Ronaldo. And it's Ramos that wins out. Back to the keeper. And we'll send it out for a bit of a push. Pele there.
I mean, Joe, we all know you never go one direction. You just got to keep on attacking. Suarez in the box, looking to get the pass in. Messi's there. Messi tops it in, and that's the deadlock broken. Gorilla will get himself the first goal.
Scratch of the chin from Dax. Is he relying on the fact that he can, falter in this first game?
That comfort zone of the second.
Always a dangerous frame of mind to have, in my opinion. There's still a way to go in this first half. 54th minute goal then for Messi. Was the tap-in at the end. As the kickoff comes in from Dax, and he almost instantly loses the ball. Going 2-0 down now. We've seen that in the past, a lot of people have said, and I think Gorilla even himself has given into the fact that, yes, I'm a great attacking player, but I've been weak at the back. But we've seen today that seems to have been booked up for him.
There's a good chance
Keep
here.
in possession. There's a ball right over the top. It's going to be Suarez to run onto it. He's going to have a defender coming in there. That was Despre, but that was actually... I thought Despre even had a touch on it before, but
no,
apparently
just
not
enough.
bobbling out.
Just enough. He's a big, immovable object, is Desai, and I don't think Suarez has got much of a chance of knocking him out the way. Mane will get it on to Ronaldo. Pele through to Ronaldo. Back to Mane. Oh, and Ramos once again there. So crucial for the defence of Gorilla. Ronaldo with a through ball. That's not going to find its target. Hullet will lead that one out, but he's lost out to Pogba. The referee blows the whistle.
I think rightly so there. And I want to see the first changes. And for Dax, that has been take Mane off, bring on Neymar, something that he's done almost constantly. Nainggolan also been a bit of a replacement for him at points in this, and certainly needs some inspiration just to get himself through this. Of course, he only needs the one win out of 2 games, so bringing this one back level, even if you force it then to a penalty shootout. It's actually Suarez on for Mane, so I was at least half right. It's Mane that's gone off.
I think it shifts Pele into the more attacking position as well. He tends to change. I think he's been shuffled out to the left, inside forward position, sort of winger. Suarez will get it to Ronaldo. Tag back to Pogba. But the return from Hullet not there, and now a counter-attacking chance is on. Ronaldo's gone wide. Suarez going to be in the box. He may have packed that just a little too far, and he has. Ramos takes it off him and says, "Not today, thanks." Just 30 minutes, Joe, remaining in this game. Make that 20, sorry. And Dax at the moment struggling to find an outing and get himself a goal.
That one, I think, would have found its target had the boot not come across. Would have been a bit of danger on the cards for Dax. In the end, his move forward was just as quickly cancelled out. Now Hullet will pull it back. Now he's going to find Messi. Well,
it was a messy shot in the end.
Absolutely. Didn't really get a strong bit of control on it. Therefore, couldn't really turn and do a whole lot with. Now Dax pushing forward. Suarez is going to have 2 and making a run. 1 on the top side, which is Pogba. He'll get past 1. He's going to look to bring this one back, but who's there for him? Marcelo. Oh, that was
nice.
fancy. That was fancy stuff from Marcelo.
Yeah, I wonder if Jimmy Conrad ever did that as a clearance in defence. I don't think we probably did see that. I remember Jimmy Traore trying it and making a howler of it for Liverpool on the line, but as it was, the little pirouette as he clears the ball goes through, and Gorilla lives to breathe another day. Playing a very dangerous offside trap, I noticed there as well. He had a couple of times he was just holding that line very solidly. 77 minutes gone here in the divisional finals. Gorilla leading 1-0. Will need to win a second match if this is the case in this weighted best of 3, but that is a superb through ball, and Ronaldo will not miss those chances.
No, absolutely not. You were just talking about the offside trap and the speed which that all moved in there. Ferdinand was the closest, and he was a country mile away. And Ronaldo, no, you shouldn't miss those. We saw, I think Dax, he had that chance in the first half with Mane, which he just did a little bit of a chip, which hit the bar. I think this time, not going for the fancy points, if you like. He just wanted to bury that one in the back of the net. Put this one to a possible extra time. There's a shot. Oh, that was not far off from Ronaldo. Well, imagine that one hitting the target. There's no way De Gea was saving it.
Yeah, we've seen some crackers from Gorilla already in this tournament. Some of those long rangers have been finding the net. He's not afraid to take the shot from outside the box, unlike some. But it wasn't this time. Ferdinand just wins the ball there, and Ronaldo sets Messi running. Oh, Suarez so close. Desai just catching it at the last. Ronaldo for Dax in the red, pushing forward. Could he find the winner here? And as I say, we've never seen anyone come from the lower bracket. I don't think we've seen a second game in the divisional finals, let alone anyone come through. And as it stands, extra time will be on the cards here with just 4 minutes of regulation to go.
Yeah, it's Gorilla. Pogba back to Messi. Oh, running away from Suarez. Didn't have a great first touch. Will this be another dangerous break for Dax? Not currently. build slowly. Nice little back heel to Pogba. Two legends of Hullet and Pele building up. I don't know why he was on the ground there. Tripped over his own laces. Hullet. Oh, he's going to lose out to Pogba. Funnily enough, the man that was just laid on the ground. That ball was starting to be played out, and that is going to be the end of the 90 minutes. We're going straight into extra time, so Gorilla was looking comfortable, had scored that one chance, but a breakaway from Dax to level us up here and push us through into the extra time.
It's the quiet zone right now, isn't it, between these two players? Gorilla, once again, using that towel to just wipe down the controller. Make sure it doesn't slip out of his hands anyway. Could think of some controllers that he could buy that would prevent that, but that would be advertising something else, wouldn't it? As it stands here, Vieira just flattened Pele. Yeah, and the referee is like, it's a little too heavy for my liking.
Ball laid off again. And in the end, nothing really done with it. But Dax holds possession, crucially, really. There's Nangolan. Nice little turn from him. Pele still trying to get through. Now Messi. Oh, Desai going straight through Messi there. Not leaving much to be desired.
That's a high line, you know. Desai hasn't got that much pace. If he gets caught out there, that'd be a great through ball. Would cut him completely in half, and you may see it here. Messi through to George Best now on for Gorilla, bringing a player on in extra time. Of course, he has been in this extra time position before, that 0-0 up against Nicolas Raziak in the winner bracket semi-finals, where he went on to penalties and had a howler 3-0 in the penalties, didn't even hit the goal once. Didn't even get close, to be honest. So he really doesn't want to go there again.
I was going to say, I think he'd rather avoid the penalties. Marcelo on his top side for Dax. He plays a nice little through ball. Marcelo's going to get the better of this one. This could be danger. Off now to Suarez. Nangolan is there, but again, Marcelo comes out. The pass away, though, will mean that he's out of position completely. Nangolan's going to surely cut this one across. Gets past one. There it is. Oh, De Gea. It was the shins, I think, of De Gea that's kept that one out.
It's right back up the other end.
Wow.
Oh, Ramos just takes off Messi. A dangerous moment there for Dax and for Gorilla. Obviously, when you do start committing those numbers forward, those big midfielders getting in there, you leave a big hole. Ronaldo, though, has found some space. Kyle Walker throws himself in front of the ball, and it goes for a corner.
Marcelo going to try and skip by. Another corner. Taken short again. This time, they'll give it back to Pele. Suarez, Hullet on the edge of the box. We know he can score from here, and he's going to have the shot. It almost went over. Ronaldo decking the other man. I think it was Ferdinand. Ball was not even in play. I mean,
yeah, you still took the man down. It's like, that is still a foul. Doesn't matter if the ball wasn't there. But well, okay, just 15 minutes in game time remains. 1-1 between Gorilla and Dax. Gorilla struck first, but Dax, as ever, replied. He is the comeback kings here in Madrid. He's come back from goals down over and over and over again. Can he go and take it to the console final here in Madrid, the grand final against the PlayStation winner? That game just kicking off, actually, between Principe and the Stranger. Spencer will be bringing you coverage of that as and when the goals start to fly. But Suarez for Gorilla in the blue, trying to look to lay a heavy ball in. George Best has got it back, and Ronaldo, well, just a side pass is all that took him out of the game.
Back heel from Ronaldo was too fancy. Hullet read it like a book. And now looking for the move. Hullet's gone through. Stumbled a little bit. I think he was offside in the first place. Yeah, he was. That'll mean there was no actual threat. Doesn't mean it's not stressful, I think, in that moment, though, for Dax. And that clearance could be a sign of that. Straight over his man's head.
Well, just
10 minutes. Power.
10 minutes. That's all we've got, Joe. And penalties could decide it, and I don't think Gorilla wants to go there. That's for sure. Not after that last shootout. Dax would welcome it because he has that cushion, as I say. We've never seen anyone from the lower bracket go through. Is Gorilla going to be the first man to book that trend, or will he just fall to the wayside despite that early lead? Pele back to Nyangalan for Dax in the red, to Vieira. He's just pulling it back here. He's looking for that opportunity, building the attack nicely. Ronaldo, oh, poor pass to Messi, uncharacteristic from Dax there as Ramos puts it up to Vieira, and it's the counter once again for Gorilla.
What can he do with this